Hey everyone, and welcome to my podcast. Today I'm going to be talking about being in a relationship with a narcissist will make you miserable. Being in a relationship with somebody who is toxic will make you miserable. If you get married to them, you will be miserable. If you have children with them, you will be miserable. These people don't love anybody. These people don't have empathy. You could be tired, depressed, overworked, burnt out, and they will still look at you like you're a robot and that you have work to do. They will never take your feelings into consideration. They can cheat on you, they can lie to you, and they still wouldn't care. Regardless of the situation, you could be married, you can have kids with them, or just a normal relationship. You will be miserable. You will be always seeking something. You will always be asking for things, asking for loyalty, asking for them to talk to you. You'll be always stressing and trying to make them see you and see your worth. Now, the thing is with toxic people, they are users and they will manipulate you to get what they want. This is why being with them, you will be miserable. You'll be always trying to find ways to change them, to make them understand your point of view. But this is just making you stressed, and this is going to affect your mental health. If you've been in a relationship with someone who's toxic, you know exactly what I'm talking about. When I talk about your needs not being met, always trying to make them see your point of view, always trying for them to take you on dates, take you on holiday, or simply just talking to you, having quality time together. They'll always feel the need to be outside, to be with other people, to be helping strangers. And you'll always look at yourself like you're the problem. You will always look at yourself that you're the issue, you have to change something, especially if you catch them cheating. You'll be always obsessed with the new girl, what she's doing, what she's wearing, how comes you chose her and not me. This is the point where you need to put yourself first. Now, I know it's not easy just to get up and leave a relationship, especially if you have commitments, if you have children together or you're married. It's not going to be easy just to get up and leave. However, leaving can be the best option for you, especially if you're dealing with mental health issues, especially if you're anxious, you're depressed, your friends have left, you're warring with your family, and everything just feels like it's falling apart. This is your sign to get your life in order. And that means getting rid of certain people in your life. This could be a relationship, it could be friends, it could be toxic family members. Either way, it's time to let these people go. And when you think about it, a lot of toxic people, they're very, very self-centered. They will always put themselves first. If they don't want to do something, they are not going to do something. They're not trying to people please. They don't care what people think about them. Now, I feel like, especially with empaths and light workers, we really need to take certain things into consideration with people. They don't have to be narcissistic, they don't have to be manipulative, but if these people are self-serving, sometimes we need to see this as maybe I'm just people pleasing to a fault. Maybe I should take some things that they are doing and apply it to my life. For example, the toxic partner that you're with or that you were with would always put work first. We can take the same approach in our life. and put our work first, put ourselves first, and have a look at the results. Most of the time, when you put yourself first, it feels very selfish at first, because a lot of people, especially if they're using you for your time, your money, your attention, they are not going to be happy with your decision. They're going to make you feel guilty. They're going to make you feel a whole different type of negative emotions for putting yourself first. But remember, every time you put yourself first, somebody is not going to be happy, especially if you're a people pleaser or you're meeting somebody else's needs and they're not meeting your needs. They are not going to be happy. Why? Because you've just shook up everything. They're used to coming home from work, you cooking, cleaning, doing the laundry, looking after the kids, running the business. And the day that you decide to leave the business, to stop cooking and cleaning as much, that's when it's going to affect the toxic partner's life. So no, they're not going to be happy. And yes, it will create drama. Yes, it will get messy. But this is the price that you have to pay for your mental health. This is the price you have to pay to putting yourself first. The only person that's going to be happy at the end of it is you. And if you happen to have supportive friends and family, they're going to be happy for you. The toxic people who are benefiting from you putting yourself last are going to be very annoyed. Friends that were using you might even stop talking to you. Your partner may even cheat, lie, or even discard you just because you decided to put your education first, your business first, or yourself first. But understand, you are your best friend. And if you're miserable in this relationship, it's most likely that you were putting somebody else first. It was most likely that somebody else was benefiting off you and the lack of you putting yourself first. Because you keep putting everybody above yourself, you are going to be drained, you're going to be burnt out, and you're going to be annoyed, you're going to be begging for the bare minimum. Begging somebody else for the bare minimum. I've done the same thing myself. And let me tell you something. The day that I stopped begging people and started doing it for myself, the happiness came flooding in. I wanted a man to buy me flowers, take me out on dates, buy me gifts. The day I said, you know what, I'm going to stop doing that because I'm not getting it. I can complain, I can cry, I can moan, and I'm not getting the thing that I want. And what you need to understand is that these people know exactly what you want and what you need, and they're choosing not to deliver. The day that you say, okay, I'm going to be single, I'm going to buy my own flowers, I'm going to take myself out, I'm going to book myself a solo trip, you will feel the happiness flooding in. And what usually happens is that other people start to treat you the way you're treating yourself. And if they don't, they disappear. Either way, it's a win. Being in a relationship with somebody who is toxic and who doesn't care about you and who is using you will affect your mental health. You'll be depressed and you'll be anxious for weeks, for months, maybe even years. And what ends up happening is that you end up looking like the toxic person. You end up getting older, year after year goes by, and you're still complaining about the same thing. You're still not being respected by the same people. Nothing has changed. The only thing that has changed is that you're getting more tired, more drained. You're begging more for the bare minimum. It's time to put yourself first. It is time to stop this. It is time to shake things up. It is time to rock the boat. And the good thing about this is that this actually shows you who your real people are, who's really got your back, who really loves you, who really respects you. This is a good test. Don't do it for the test. However, it's a good test to see who really cares about your mental health, who really cares about your well-being. And you'll be very shocked at the amount of people that actually do care about your health and your well-being. And you'll also be very shocked at the people that don't care about your health and your well-being. But at the end of the day, it does not matter. What matters is that you're happy, you're healthy, you're thriving, you're not complaining, you're not living in that low vibration. Because I've been there. I've done that. When I feel like flowers, I will buy myself flowers. When I feel like taking myself out, I will take myself out. And the expectation is not there. I live in happiness knowing that I've booked myself for a dinner date by myself. I've paid for my hair and my nails to get done. These things that I need and want so much for somebody else to do for me, I do it for myself. And when I do it for myself, it feels amazing knowing that nobody has control over me. I could get my partner, my toxic partner, to buy me flowers. But what ends up happening is that they end up throwing this back in your face. All the things I've done for you. Look at all the things I bought for you to go and leave me now. That's what they will say. The day you decide you don't want to do this anymore, the day you decide you've had enough, you want to be single, that's the day you'll see the true person come out. And you'll realize, so all the nice things that you've done for me, the nice things that you've done that I haven't asked you to do for me, were just used to manipulate me, to do more nice things for you. Then your mind opens up to all these things, all these toxic people, all these actions that people have done to keep you in place, to keep you happy. Then you realize, you know what? I can do this for myself. You know what? I'm happy doing things for myself, buying things for myself. I can sleep at night knowing that I've bought these things that I need for myself. Nobody can take this away from me. Nobody can throw this back in my face because I bought it for me, because I needed it. I wanted it. I can leave a relationship that I'm miserable in if I know that I've bought my house. I know I bought my car. I will feel no guilt at all. Now, receiving gifts from other people is definitely something that I love. I love to receive. I love to receive. And I will take if someone's offering. However, I will not be forcing people and begging people for the things that I want. If someone would like to buy me a gift, they'll buy me a gift because they want to. Not because I've forced them to. Not because I've begged them to. Not because I'm crying, I'm depressed. They've bought it because they feel like I deserve this gift. And it feels so amazing when somebody buys you a gift and you have not asked for it, you have not expected it. It's amazing. But when you're sitting here and you're waiting for somebody to give you validation, to show you I appreciate you, I love you, yes, it feels good. But they have the control. They can do it on their own terms. They can do it whenever they feel like it. And like I said before, they can use it and throw it in your face. The main thing I want you to take from this podcast is you will be miserable if you stay in a toxic relationship. There's going to be ups, there's going to be downs, there's going to be highs, there's going to be lows. That's just normal in a toxic relationship. That's even normal in life. But at least you know, with the highs and lows in your own life, that that's not in your control. However, being with a toxic person, especially a narcissist, it will always be in their control. If you like this podcast, please leave a comment, and I'll see you for my next podcast. Bye.